I personally didn't realize the importance of getting a mentor until I got into my second. Oh, the light just went on. The importance of getting a mentor until I got to my second and current job as a tech consultant. At my previous workplace, my ability to get a mentor and all the benefits associated with that was capped because the workplace was very toxic. Getting a mentor is like somebody who always has your back. They're always championing your cause, providing you diplomatic, political hints about your workplace, and overall, they just know your struggles and it boosts your self-confidence as well because somebody is always rooting for you and they're thinking about you and thinking about how to help you. I struggled getting a mentor. I didn't know how to get one. And then one day I realized I have one. And then I thought about what went differently for me to get a mentor this time around. And then I've observed people around me who have a mentor and how they built that relationship. And I've read blogs and listened to a few podcasts about people getting mentors. And it kind of all boils down to 5 different steps you need to take. So in this video, I'll be taking you through these 5 steps. Okay, number 1 thing, and this is the most important advice, is do not ask somebody to be your mentor. First of all, if somebody is not a life coach, they don't have a set plan in motion to guide you. They don't know what your goals are. They don't really know you. It's going to be a synthetic mentorship if they agree, which without the emotional input, they don't have much reason to agree to it. At a few organizations I've been at, I noticed that they try to implement mentorship programs, but they've always been a flop because you can't kindle that kind of a connection. And there are too many ingredients to make this magic work that you can't really account for unless you really build an infrastructure to capture all of that, and that hasn't happened. So you're really up on your own to get yourself a mentor. The best relationship comes when the mentor is truly looking out for you. There's an emotional and lifestyle alignment. They're not doing it completely out of a sense of duty. You can be fair and good to everyone at work, but if you get along with somebody, especially if you have an affinity for them, you will subconsciously just think about extra things that you can help them out with, or they come to your mind when an opportunity comes up, or you think, oh, this is something that they might find useful. It's just a natural human way to interact and socialize. We do more for people that we like. Now that we've got the cringe question of can you be my mentor out of the way, number 2 is start small. I've realized that people leave doors open for opportunities to create these types of relationships all the time. And some of them I've seized, and some of them I just didn't realize that I could have expanded on. So to give you an example, during a meeting with a client, I was sitting next to an extremely intelligent person. We just started talking about the project and how they got to be where they are in their life. And they just said, here's a little homework for you. You can look up such and such principle and how it was applied in such and such situation. And I was actually interested. I wrote it down. And then in the grind of daily work, I just didn't look it up. I didn't follow up. And that was it. Now looking back, I realized I could have looked it up, could have connected with this person on LinkedIn, could have, should have, would have, and just seen how it goes and brought up the fact that, this is an interesting concept and maybe it reminds me of this. And what do you think about me using this principle in this area of the work that we do? If an opportunity does not present itself to you, if the opportunities are limited, start by finding somebody you respect and admire. Talk to them, and most importantly, let them speak. Listen to what they say. If they are a good fit for you, will most likely say something that ignites your imagination, that strikes a chord with you, a chord. Always struggle with these pronunciations, but they will say something that ignites like recognition in your brain. Your brain gets lighted up, and you continue this conversation and then look up things that they've mentioned or follow up with them. Just a quick email. Don't immediately be desperate and say, oh, do you want to be my mentor? Or, oh, how many different things do you want me to read? Or what are top 10 book recommendations you have? Ask for one book recommendation if you have to. But generally, just do frequent touch points back and forth where you discover more about what they think about things that they recommend. And as you go through these frequent touch points, you start to build a foundation. Number 3, at this point, you're probably figuring out whether this is a good emotional alignment. I keep emphasizing it, but for the long-term sustained success, where you can't consistently be, providing them value or researching something for them or showing up that you're, day in and day out, putting effort into the relationship, the emotional connection will tide things over. My current mentor, her and I have a very lighthearted, funny, emotional relation, and it just kind of tides us over on weeks when either one of us is busy and we don't have that much to talk about work or the upcoming projects. Number 4, be responsible and be consistent. If you've promised that you're going to do something, make sure to follow up on that. There is nothing more dispiriting for a mentor than when you put some effort, put some thought into guiding somebody, they just don't seem to care, they show indifference, or they don't put themselves fully into it. Now that I've become a senior consultant, I've realized the other benefit, the other side of the equation. There's a sense of pride and a sense of respect and wanting to see how the other person will grow. And that is the emotional payback that the mentor gets. So make sure to honor that and be responsible and consistent and respectful. This is the 5th and last advice, and that is create. So make sure that when they give you something and after back and forth, you've kind of already built your foundation and understanding, and at this point, hopefully you're getting a lot of useful information. Implement that in your projects or propose a new way of doing something if you're working alongside this person. Write up a plan, revamp a PowerPoint. A few things that I did in the beginning with the mentor that I've been working on is look up different ways to revamp the templates that we have in the team. And then I proposed a few things here and there to make things better. And based on the projects that we do, also I've proposed different approaches of how to work with the client or how to present things to the client, and that naturally built further levels in the relationship, because then they can evaluate your work, they can give you feedback, and they get to see that you're actually putting into life your discussions and they're making a difference for you and in your life. Thank you so much for watching this video on the benefits of getting a mentor, which can range from being promoted faster and overall to better, smoother career journey. If you're interested in some controversial career advice, you can check out my video on that here. And I hope to see you next week. Make sure to leave a comment or subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. I have a bunch of ideas coming, and if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. Really happy that you stayed with me this far. See you next time. Bye bye.